Welcome back, everybody, to the Rowdy Player One channel. I am Rowdy, and today is the September monthly recap. Today, we're going to talk about the books I read this month, the videos from the month, and some video ideas I've got that I'm going to start bringing, I think, and try out to see what y'all think. Far as what's coming in October, and we'll go from there to kind of see how things roll. So, if you're ready, let's get to it. The first book I read this month was The Bands of Morning by Brandon Sanderson. This was by far the best of the three Mistborn Era 2 books that I've read so far. It was fantastic. I did not care for the first two books, but this one, I guess everything finally started coming together, and I like the setting a little bit more. They went out and ventured into different places, and it was just much better. A lot more action I felt in this one, and excellent book. I was so pleased whenever it finally got good because I didn't care for the first two books at all, really, and this one so much better. It was great. All right. After that, I read Death Metal Bard, which was an arc that I got from Rob Lee, and it was unbelievable. The book comes out, it's a novella, comes out October 31st, Halloween. It's perfect timing. Fantastic book. I highly recommend you pre-ordering it, go get it. It's really good. Got a great story. If you like heavy metal music, it's got some pretty good lyrics in it, and just going on an adventure and trying. He's learning, trying to get an instrument that he can play heavy metal with, and it's got a really cool story. I think everyone would like it. It's awesome. Then after that, I read Elantris, and I didn't like this book at all. It's not good to me. It might be it's pretty close to the worst Brandon Sanderson book I've read. It and Warbreaker are pretty they're pretty close to my worst. I mean, I'm not really a fan. I just felt like this was really boring. Didn't really like anything about it. Didn't like the main character. It I don't know. I just wasn't good. That's all I can say. It wasn't good. I don't know. Didn't care for it. Then after that, September ended on a extremely high note with The Blade itself, Joe Abercrombie. This was my first step into grimdark, and maybe this gets a whole lot darker, but it wasn't that bad to me. I thought it was. For one, the book's amazing. Galacta, that's my man right now. Now, I don't know how it goes throughout the rest of the books, but right now, Galacta is the guy. I mean, they say Logan Nine Fingers is pretty awesome, and he is. Don't get me wrong. I like him too, but Galacta right now, he's my favorite. But maybe this gets a whole lot worse throughout. I guess the way going into it, I'm thinking grimdark. Oh, this is going to be really brutal. Lots of foul language, lots of other bad things happening. Really wasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's cussing in this, and there's some killing, and stuff like that. But it wasn't near. I was expecting the worst, and it really wasn't. But this right here, it's going to be tough picking book of the month between this and The Bands of Morning. Oh, it's going to be a toughie. I don't know which one I'm going to do. I'll have to think about it whenever I'm done. All right, from there we went on, and we're going to go to videos for the month that I did. First one comes out was my top 10 Brandon Sanderson books that I've read so far. And I really enjoyed making that video. Finally read 10 of his books, and which obviously I've done a few more now, of course, and going to continue with the Cosmere, trying to get it all done before When the Truth comes out in December. But it was a fun video. I really, number one book, obviously, which I'll spoil it now because it's been out for a month, but Words of Radiance, oh, so good. So good. Then after that, we went to special edition books that are coming out at different points of the time, like Kickstarter, Broken Binding, Wraithmark Creative, different ones like that. You've got some that have just finished. I know the Sword of Kagan and Where Loyalties Lie book by Rob J. Hayes. That was with Wraithmark, just finished up last week and broke all the, or did all the stretch goals. So I signed up for that one. It's fantastic. There's a bunch of cool books in that. So y'all may want to go back and look at, because some of them hadn't even started yet as of the time of this video coming out. Then after that, we went to the top three books of, or my top three books of January, February, and March. And that was fun. I'll have another video coming up October that'll be April, May, and June. I'll do those three of my favorite books, and I'm gonna try to do it, and then June, July, and August. That'll be another one, and then I'll be caught up to where we need to be. And then obviously October, November, December, and then we'll pick the best book of the year. And for my first year of reading, that's gone pretty well. I've read, I think, over 32, 33, 34 books, somewhere in there right now. My goal this year was to read 12. So it's like I said, I'm new to reading, hadn't cared about it, but it's been fun. So I've really enjoyed it. And then we go to my first Broken Binding box that I'd purchased from them before, which I got all the Ryan Cahill books, and man, they are beautiful. I loved them. He signed them all, doodled in them all for me, and it was packaging on those. Everyone talks about how great it was. It's fantastic. They did a great job. The books look amazing. The hardcovers, or the naked hardcovers, are just as pretty as the covers for them. I mean, it's great. I can't wait to read those. I got big plans for that series next year, starting in probably January, February. That and another series I'm wanting to knock out as well. So we'll see how that goes. Then we went to September book haul. I had about five or six books that I had purchased through the previous month or whatever, and had some pretty good ones in there. Try to start some hopefully next month or the month after at some point. I mean, your booktube or whatever, you're constantly getting books and just adding to the TBR, and eventually, which no, it never happens. You'll never get it all done. That's, if you did, that would be bad, because then you wouldn't have videos to make. So it's kind of the whole purpose of it. You just keep going. Then we go with TBR for October, which I've got some, as you can see right there. That's two of them that I'm doing. It's going to be an indie month for me. We've got Lost Souls by Ryan Skiffington. We've got The Envoys of War by Dave Lawson. And then we've got, let's see, I got one more. I can't remember what it's called now. It's blanking my mind. Oh well. Anyways, and then we've got, I don't have the book in. Well, that's why I don't know. And then we've got Brandon Sanderson. We got to continue with that. The Lost Metal, which is the last book in the Mistborn Era 2, and then Oathbringer. So it's going to be a pretty heavy month. Going to try to knock all that out. It's really important that I do the Brandon Sanderson books, because I really want to get done. And I ain't got, 2 months left before When the Truth comes out, and that's going to be a big book in December. So I'm stoked to get that one. And then after that, the last video that I put out for September was the October fantasy book releases. And there's some good ones in that. Like I just said, the Death Metal Bard looks, it's coming out the very end of October. Like I said, pick it up. It's great. And then there's like Hair by Saba. I can't think of his last name. Looks really interesting. And there's John Gwynn's book, The Fear of the Gods. Oh, I've got Shadow of the Gods over there somewhere that I've got to start at some point. I am super stoked to get ready to read it. And it's going to be like that whole series. I've heard too many good things about it that it's going to be great. So I'm really excited about some of those books on there. So yeah, that's all my books. So I have a couple of video ideas I've been thinking about making. One of them is I'd like to do some video or some book reviews on the channel, but obviously I'm not really good at talking. Like a lot of these people on the booktube people can do like 10, 20, 30 minutes on a book review, and I'm not smart enough to do that. I can't. If I had someone else to talk to with me and we could discuss, I could totally go back and forth and remember things. But trying just to remember stuff off the top of my head, I don't know why. I guess because I'm old. My birthday's in like 11 days, October the 11th. Turn 40. And it gets hard to remember things, especially whenever you don't do a lot of reading and you're trying to get into it. But people talk to me, I'm great. But anyways, so what I'm thinking about doing is a series called Rowdy's Rapid Reviews. And this is just going to be 5 minutes. That's my limit. I'm going to try to have a review out, hopefully once a week on a book, either one of the ones from that month, or if I'm not done with, like say, Oathbringer, I'm not getting done with that book in a week. It's just not happening. So if I don't, I've got plenty of other books that I can throw a review up on. But 5 minutes, talk about it. If I think it's good or not. If I suggest, do it, I'll probably put a star rating on it. But I'm giving myself 5 minutes to talk about it. A lot of people, who knows, they don't want to listen to a 20-minute book review. Some people do. They love it. But I'm going to say, no, you get 5 minutes. And hopefully that's enough to say you own the book. And that'd be great. And then the other one I'm thinking about doing, which I'll probably start the first, probably second week of October, is I'm thinking about doing a Manga Monday. I'd posted a question, I don't know, a month and a half ago, I guess, about which manga you suggested, for me to read, and got some feedback on it. And I was wanting something short because, like, One Piece, I know it's the best of the best by a lot of people's eyes, but it's so big, and I don't know if I'm going to love it or not. So this will be my first time to ever do manga. But Tori Tekken from Tori Talks has highly recommended on her channel Spy Family. So I picked up the first 6 volumes of Spy Family. They look pretty cool. Wrong way. And so that is what we are going to do, or I'm going to do. If you want to join, that'd be fantastic. At least that way I'd have someone to talk to about it, because I don't know any of this goes. So I'm going to read it and just full on talk about it. I mean, we can discuss. We're going to do spoilers and all that. I'm just going to go through it, and maybe if I have some feedback on it that other people want to talk about it with me, we can do that and have conversations. I would love that, because I don't know nothing about manga. Everything sounds like, I love anime. I mean, I hadn't read or watched a ton of it, but I've watched quite a bit. I've seen all of what is it? Most of all of My Hero Academia, which is so good. Seven Deadly Sins, loved it. Except for the last season, hated it. Everything before that was great. And what's the other one? Um, I can't remember. Anyways, I've watched one or two others. They were really good though, but I don't remember the name, of course. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like I said, Rowdy's Rapid Reviews, 5 minutes, no spoilers. It's just a review to see if someone might be interested in the book. And then the other one is maybe Manga Mondays, what I'm thinking, just because it goes together. And try to put it out and maybe hopefully get some interaction with that and see what y'all think about it. And we'll go from there. But after that, I just want to thank all of the subscribers, all the ones that have been in the comments that have been super nice, friendly, helpful, telling me books to read, and us just going back and forth. It's been great. I've loved this journey so far. I don't know if I've maybe done it 2 months yet. I think it's like a month and a half, and it's been great. So thank y'all very much. But yeah, that's all I got. If you would leave a like and subscribe to the channel, that would be fantastic. And y'all have a great day.